BNGO getting pummeled with the rest of the market. We've got a new beautiful article today. Bionano Genomics remains promising with the global product adoption that is imminent, right? Can we just add a little bit, one word in there in the title that is imminent? Okay, is it imminent or not? I don't know about global, but today we're going to go over this beautiful article that is by a new author that's not Larry Raymer or one of the ones that's always, on the BNGO Bull in that group. Also, I want to talk about what the company's been doing recently and how I think the price is going to react based on things like this. And also, when we do this, I want to talk about the freaking Mr. Investalot's calculation of how Bionano would get to $100 per share. He did a beautiful calculation in a video yesterday that I watched. I just watched not 10 minutes ago, almost all of that video. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to sum up to you how another YouTuber besides me gets to that $100 calculation. You can go watch this video if you want the fact check. I'll just give you my summary on it, right? And of course, it's just to my understanding. I could misunderstand or overlook or whatever. Okay, but I'm going to put it in a succinct way for you. All right. Now, also, Rich Shippey tweeted out an article came out 2 days ago, September 19th, by Jessica Hergert, it looks like. And this is not anything breaking, but it's more recognition and more news. And then, lastly, I'm going to talk about why I'm actually feeling really fucking good. I'm feeling really good, actually, because look at this. Look at what finally did good. UVXY. That's right. UVXY finally did good. And I'm going to talk about how many shares I'm still holding, if any, in this. Because, as you guys know, I've been holding this. Oh, boy. I mean, I've been holding this at least since mid-August, I think early August, maybe even before that. I've been holding a sizable amount of shares, averaging down pretty aggressively, and now it finally popped. And I'm feeling really good about that. And I'm also feeling really good about where BNGO is. Because I'm honestly, whatever, we'll get into my ranting on the stop price and my plan, my investing plan in a little bit here at the end. So starting off with this first article, beautiful article. A couple noteworthy things. A couple things that everybody already knows, but let's go ahead and reiterate them and repeat them because it's just absolutely atrocious. It's ludicrous and it's appalling that BNGO has gone. I don't care what the markets have done, okay? On the day of earnings, on August 4th, we went down in the after hours because people are idiots. That's what it comes down to. Retards, okay? And if that offends you, if saying the word retard is going to offend you, just go to another channel, all right? I'm sorry. This is just how I talk. Okay, so a couple different things, right? That should have made us go up after the earnings. All right, revenue, $3.9 million, up 226% year over year. Not to mention a beat. Get that through the brain, my friends. That's a beat, you churls, you swines. All right, CEO, one of the most transformational periods in Bionano's history. Absolutely true, right? The data seems to back it up, as I already said. 13 Sapphire shipments during the quarter. 6 last quarter 2, 2020. Okay, 121 Sapphire systems are installed. Nano channels arrays flow cells are up 93% growth year over year. And we had $333 million cash at the quarter's end, okay? And then look at this. This is beautiful. The company's ambitions for the Sapphire system are global in scope. I love when other people point this out and admit that this shit is actually happening and it's actually going to happen, or at least likely to. Evidence. New Probe Global Agreement, which we're going to do a little bit of a sum up because it's absolutely fantastic news. If you're a shareholder and you're long-term, you should look at this and be like, all right, that gives me a lot of confidence. Because, we've already gone over this company. I hope you watched the video earlier. Please go to the channel, earlier videos, Must Know BNGO Information playlist. Watch the video I give on this. Because this is a freaking venerable company, a respected, acclaimed company that is essentially saying that Bionano has a spot in the future. A significant one, a prominent one, a thriving one. That's why they partnered with us. That's why they want to develop. That's why they want to offer that one all-in-one solution with optical genome mapping and the sequencing technology these guys have. It's freaking beautiful. It's only going to mean more sales. Quarter 3 is coming. Quarter 4 is coming. Next year is coming, man. The longer the time goes on and the longer that BNGO just stays at these prices, it's just more of a chance for you to get more shares at a cheap price and make more money long term. That's what it comes down to, right? Let's not kid ourselves. We are all here to make money. And it's not gone well. It's not. I mean, right now, I mean, it depends on your perspective, right? It also depends on where you bought at and how much. Obviously, okay, what's your financial situation? Right now, it's not doing too well, man. It's at 519. Okay, I didn't. If you would have told me the events, the earnings, the new probe, all the freaking Rich Shippey, Jason Pryor, all these things, the earnings report by itself, right? Just that, like when we were at $9.12, I would have thought, oh wow, all right, we're double digits. We're at all-time highs. No, we're down like 70% from all-time highs. This is just more time to get more shares, though. Okay, that's the only that you make more money in the long term if you get shares at a lower price. Okay, simple as it gets. All right, now back to this article. Okay, and my point through that whole rant, great things are happening with the company. For example, new probe agreement, which is absolutely splendid. All right, by combining the Sapphire system, yada yada, we already said that. The takeaway: Bionano CEO, he called it transformational for the company, and he's right about that. Now we're in the second half of the year. The BNGO stock has been trading sideways for a while. With the increasing adoption of the Sapphire system, however, a strong finish in the year might be in store for Bionano and its investors. It's just logical to think that with the new probe agreement, with all of the things that we've been setting up, okay, we've got Illumina and Quest Diagnostics in our accounts receivable. They're owing us money. They're using our machines. We've got so many new employees, 37 new employees hired last year. Everybody's projecting higher revenue. Okay, the analysts, me, other YouTubers, people on Twitter. Okay, any investor is projecting higher revenue numbers for us. I mean, just look at ChartMill. Okay, it's orthodox. It is conventional to project higher revenues. We're on the way to that, man. We're on the way, and I will make the argument. I will continually make this argument. Once we become profitable, once we start making hundreds of millions in revenue, people say that's all priced in. I say, yeah, right. We are not even making money right now. When people see huge growth like that, we will go up. And Mr. Investalot, let's go ahead and bring up the Mr. Investalot calculation here. Basically, what he did, to my understanding, and I love Mr. Investalot. If anyone is close with him, tell him I still want to collab. We keep forgetting about that. I think we both just forgot about that the last couple weeks to dash months, but I want to do that. But anyway, the calculation is beautiful. If we were to get 10,000 Sapphires installed, at least share price of $100. At least. I would say, to my understanding, but I would say that his calculation extremely conservative. Extremely. Because he's doing the consumables, which is $100 per genome, which, it's not going to be 100 per genome until 2023, as he knows, of course. Also, he's assuming one consumable per day per Sapphire, which is, it's going to be, on average, it's probably going to be way higher than that. So this just gives you some perspective, right? Also, what about all of our other revenue streams? What if Lineagen starts growing? What if the nano nozzle comes out? What if we start going in the sequencing realm? There's endless things, man. There's endless ways. I mean, what happens when we get the reimbursement pathway successfully done? What about that? What about the FDA approval solving the solution, getting in the diagnostic market, man? There's endless possibilities. Actually, there's only one possibility that's going to happen if any of these things happen, which is a share price of $100 down the line. Simple as it gets. Simple as it gets, man. I mean, the only way it doesn't happen is if long-read sequencing or something is magically able to start detecting greater than 500 base pairs, which is impossible, based on my rudimentary understanding of optical genome mapping versus the sequencing and the karyotyping and how they reconstruct the DNA, they reconstruct the pieces of the DNA, where Bionano just takes a strand. That's why it's able to do it all. They don't have access to the secrets of the nano channels in the Sapphire, right? Yada yada. Okay, that's all esoteric crap. I barely understand what I said right there. Okay, I get all the information from the presentations, by the way. Anyways, let's go to the next thing. Okay, Rich Shippey, the man himself. This article, not very huge, but it was 2 days ago, and I thought I would mention it. It's very cool. It's very pro OGM. It likes the Sapphire. It likes Bionano. It's on our team, so I wanted to give him a little bit of praise. I mean, just read the title, right? Optical genome mapping offers potential tool to assess genomic complexity in CLL. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, talking about the price. For me, this is what I'm doing. Okay, let's go ahead and show the portfolio here. Finally, UVXY skyrocketed, man. I could have timed it way better. I sold at 26, so where it is right now, basically. Yeah, I sold. So I had 140 shares. I think I had about $4,000 in this, and I sold more than half of my shares when this thing was. I'm not bragging, okay? I'm not bragging. I've lost a lot of money on BNGO. I don't have much to brag about, but I can say I was finally able to make for me, a nice profit, right? I'm in college, a couple $100 for me. That's I'm happy. I'm not complaining, right? So I was able to sell this at about 26. Did not time it very well at 30, but why this matters in a BNGO video is that I am waiting. You guys know how bearish I am on the markets. So you guys know, like out of the blue, people start worrying about the debt. Out of nowhere, I think people are going to start worrying about the government size and the scope and the economic and the disparity between the stock market and the economy, because the government and the economic, the GDP right now and the debts, the scope of the government, this stuff does not add up for an auspicious economy right now, and the market's going to eventually freak out because of that. I think, just me. So I want that to send BNGO lower. I don't know if we can get in the 4s. I don't know if we can get in the low 5s again, 510, 505. I don't know if that's possible, but I got to admit, I want BNGO to go down right now. I want us to hit the 4s, because once we hit those 4s, it's like, all right, in my mind, this is what I'm thinking. All right, let's go. Get as many shares as you can. It's a bloodbath, right? Every man for himself. Get as many shares as you can until before we bounce, right? If we do, of course, we could. For all I know, hell, we could go down to getting delisted, right? Make your own investment decisions. But that's what I'm thinking, and I only get more confident as time goes on, because at the end of the day, it comes down to this: Sapphire is going to get a ton of adoptions. If we've done any sort of good research on this channel, or if any of us are remotely intelligent, it's only a matter of time until the Sapphire starts getting more sales. And if you're holding for years, once we get these low prices, it's only logical to average down and get more shares. So that's kind of my philosophy. Also, look at this. Look at this. Enough said. I know I've looked at this indicator several times, but look at this, man. This is beautiful. This is the time to buy. According to the weekly stochastic indicator, this is roughly the time to buy. So, with that being said, thank you so much. There's a portfolio. I will see y'all. Feel free to check out Newsweek. Newsweek's our sponsor. The link in the description to his YouTube and his website. Thank you so much. This is not financial advice. I will see y'all.